Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news, some of the biggest names in Hollywood taking to Manchester, along with singer Ariana Grande, to offer hope in a time of terror to the millions of fans around the world. With more on that special musical event, ABC's Aaron Katersky is in the United Kingdom.
Joyous defiance in Manchester. Tens of thousands dancing and celebrating, refusing to give in to fear and terror. Less than 2 weeks after a suicide bombing killed 22 people and injured more than 100 others outside an Ariana Grande concert, the singer herself returned to headline One Love Manchester.
I love you guys so much, and I think that the kind of love and unity that you're displaying is the medicine that the world really needs right now.
And she brought along some of music's biggest acts. Katy Perry, Miley Cyrus, Justin Bieber, Pharrell, Coldplay.
You have a choice of doing nothing or being scared or just showing up and singing, and that's really all we know how to do.
The show took on new importance just hours after a new terror attack, this time 200 miles away here in London.
Last night this nation was challenged, and all of you were challenged, and you had a decision to make if you were going to come out here tonight. You looked fear right in the face and you said, no, we are Manchester and the world is watching.
The fans representing a country that refuses to be held hostage or live in fear. Lining up hours inside the so-called Ring of Steel, protected by armed police.
You know you'll remember it, won't you, forever?
It's great how we can all celebrate Manchester in such an amazing way.
The show must and did go on. More than 14,000 free tickets were set aside for fans from the original concert. A show of support, tribute, and love. Aaron Katersky, ABC News, London.
And the proceeds from the concert will go towards helping the victims of last month's suicide bombing. Organizers expect to bring in more than $2 million for that We Love Manchester emergency fund. And remember, you can watch a special airing of that benefit concert right here on ABC 7 after Home Sweet Home. Now to some new developments in the investigation into the deadly terror attacks in London from this weekend. ISIS is now claiming responsibility. Police have arrested 12 suspects in connection to those attacks that left 7 dead and more than 40 wounded. 8 police officers are credited with gunning down 3 suspects who targeted 2 London landmarks after a white van veered into a crowd on the London Bridge and mowed over helpless pedestrians. And knife-wielding suspects took off on foot towards the Borough Market, stabbing people at random.
Some guy come round the corner. I went, run, run, run. They got blazed knives. They're going to stab you. They're terrorists. Run.
Authorities are now focusing their search on the residential areas of London, looking to root out any possible accomplices, while police work to connect the dots between the suspects already arrested. A vigil will be held for those victims on Monday. And for the latest on those London investigations, you can download our ABC 7 app, where we will bring you alerts on breaking news, weather, and local stories straight to your phone. Just go to the App Store and search My Suncoast. As England copes with the recent terror attacks, Suncoast residents with ties to the UK are speaking out. ABC 7's Erica Jackson spoke to members of a local British club to find out why they believe these attacks are becoming so common in Great Britain.
Several former residents of the United Kingdom now live in Lakewood Ranch and meet monthly in Sarasota as part of the local British club. They're planning trips back to their home country as the British Prime Minister says the UK's terror threat is severe.
It was a shock, and the shock of how many people were really killed and hurt.
Lakewood Ranch resident Roy Deakins is tired of watching terrorists target his home of the UK.
I think it's where they can get the most publicity and the ease of it.
Deakins and his wife Kathy still travel from the Suncoast often to the UK and say the first attack on May 22nd in Manchester hit closest to home.
We knew that the airport was only 10 miles from the arena where this happened, so it was shocking to actually know the area and to be so close to where this event happened.
It could have equally happened at the London Arena or the O2, and then it would have been places that I've been to, and you know, that brings it home.
For Sarasota British Club member Brian Thompson, Saturday's attacks in London remind him of the IRA bombings in London and Manchester, which lasted decades.
The appearance of the city changed very quickly because of the terrorism in that period, but people still carried on.
That terrorism still seen today. At least 29 people are dead following the 2 recent attacks in England. Roy Deakins must now stay alert when visiting the country's big cities, but understands that some families may be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
How can you tell what's going on when there's a van drives down the street and goes into the people? It looks the same as every other van that's there.
However, Thompson and Deacon both refuse to let fear keep them away from their home and all it still has to offer.
You've got to go about your life almost as if nothing has happened and let the police get on with it.
Go, don't give in to these people. And just be more aware when you're traveling.
Reporting in Lakewood Ranch, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Major cities across the U.S. now also on high alert after those attacks in London's authorities fearing a copycat attack from New York City, where there are visible signs of stepped up security in Times Square, to Chicago, where police armed with assault rifles stand guard at a U2 concert. And at the White House, President Trump taking to Twitter and doubling down on the need for his travel ban to keep Americans safe, tweeting, "We need to be smart, vigilant, and tough. We need the courts to give us back our rights, and we need the travel ban and an extra level of safety." The president also expressing his solidarity and support for the people of Britain. Meanwhile, here on the Suncoast, some locals took to the street near Five Points Park, despite the gloomy weather, to raise their voices against President Trump's decision to exit the Paris Climate Accord.
Our families are under attack. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. The air we breathe is under attack. What do we do? That we will win.
Organizers of today's march say they hope their efforts will empower others to fight for the planet and renewable energy. President Trump announced the U.S.'s exit from the Paris Climate Accord this week. More than 190 countries signed into that agreement, committing to cut greenhouse gas emissions in an effort to combat climate change. The president says he's open to finding a way to make that accord more appealing. Well, we mentioned the gloomy weather to be outside today. Let's head over to Wendy Ross for a first check on that weather. Wendy?
Adam, it was very cloudy today, and it was also, as a result of the clouds, a little bit cooler. And right now we have fair skies, 78 degrees, at least at the airport. And we're also looking at high dew point, high humidity levels. And the winds have calmed down. They're coming in out of the east right now at around 3 miles per hour. But we still have plenty of moisture out in the Gulf of Mexico. And you can see more and more showers forming out here. And they're all moving in our direction. So rain is definitely part of our forecast for this upcoming week. Right now, we're not looking at a whole lot of activity. We've seen a couple of showers popping up throughout the evening and nighttime hours, and most of the heavy rains have moved over the central part of the state, and they continue to move off towards the east. So for tonight, we can expect to see partly cloudy skies, maybe some isolated showers, but we do have rain back in the forecast. We'll tell you when that's going to be taking place. That's all coming up in just a few minutes. Adam.
All right, thank you, Wendy. An update now on a fatal explosion at a plant in Wisconsin from earlier this week. Crews have recovered the body of a third worker from the rubble of a corn mill that exploded in southern Wisconsin. The company says the body of a packing machine operator was found on Friday, but recovery was delayed until this morning when engineers determined it was safe to send crews into the site. The explosion occurred Wednesday at the plant in Cambria. The blast leveled most of that plant, as you can see, and sent 11 people to hospitals. At least 5 people remain hospitalized, and the cause of that blast has not been determined. Due to a water shortage here in Florida, water restrictions will be tightening starting tomorrow in several counties, including Sarasota, Manatee, and Charlotte counties. Under the order, lawn watering is now reduced to just 1 time per week. Watering hours will be reduced as well, and there are also limits on car washing. The restrictions will be in place until August 1st, and for a more detailed list of those restrictions, you can visit our website, mysuncoast.com, and click links we mention. Still to come here on ABC 7, protest in Portland get out of hand as police turn to tear gas trying to control the crowds. And Trump's tax returns back in the spotlight. Find out why when we return.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here, because
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds. No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch The Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce.
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by one on any or all numbers and still win.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
It's fine that other people like you. It's more important that you like yourself. And I'm comfortable with every part of me. Meals on Wheels coming to my door as someone who's housebound assures me that I'm not forgotten. They care that I'm okay. My name is Asha Ida Bell. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blog, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Police say 14 people have been arrested and a number of weapons have been seized following a day of demonstrations and counter-protests in downtown Portland. Tensions running high at times during some countering pro-Donald Trump, anti-Donald Trump rallies near City Hall. The demonstrations following the fatal stabbing of 2 men on a light rail train by a man police say was shouting anti-Muslim slurs. Those events have since ended, and police say crowds have largely dispersed. At one point, police had to turn to tear gas to try and disperse those crowds. Police are investigating a deadly shooting at a birthday party in Kansas City. 1 woman was killed and 2 other people left in critical condition in a private home Saturday morning. Neighbors say a man and a woman started arguing upstairs. Another woman went to see what was going on before shots started ringing out. Police are still investigating, but authorities say these kinds of incidents happen too often.
I know, unfortunately, right now, a lot of people are settling their arguments with violence, and it just doesn't have to be that way.
Let's start recognizing people that having these issues with guns or with violence, past history violence, or trauma right there in your face. You know, we tend to just turn our head and not focus or believe that because they're our loved ones or our family members that it does not matter. Well, it does, because see, they end up hurting someone else.
Police say the 2 injured victims are a man and a woman. The White House has confirmed that President Donald Trump filed for an extension in his 2016 tax return. The official did not say when or why Trump filed that extension. He has refused to release his previous returns because he says he is under audit. This is the first time in 40 years a sitting president has filed such a request. Trump's returns in particular draw speculation due to the ongoing investigation into Russian ties. Back in May, a letter from the president's lawyers said returns from the past 10 years show Trump has no debt owed or interest paid to Russian leaders. Meanwhile, President Trump making his debut on Washington's social scene. First Lady Melania Trump and the president hosted a fundraiser tonight for Ford's Theater, the venue where former President Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. Since taking office in January, Trump has limited his socializing to the White House and his Trump-branded properties. An update now on an attack at an entertainment complex in the Philippines. The country's president announcing that the deadly casino attack in Manila was not the work of the Islamic State group, and investigators deemed that gunman was suffering from mental illness. A gunman entered the Resorts World Manila complex early Friday and set fire to gambling tables, unleashing smoke that killed 37 patrons and casino employees. He then fled with $2 million in stolen casino chips, forced his way into a hotel room before taking his own life. A Jacksonville man is behind bars tonight after being taken into custody for allegedly tossing pipe bombs at a dental office. A police bomb squad went to the office's parking lot on Friday night after receiving reports of smoke. That's where officers arrested the suspect, who told police he was tossing smoke bombs from his balcony to test them for the 4th of July. One of the bombs went off, but it didn't cause any damage. Police are checking if the suspect was involved in a similar incident last year. Got to be careful with the fireworks this time of year. You know, I know we're all excited for 4th of July, but things are a little tense out there.
See, now you're moving my life along too fast, way too fast. I enjoyed the slow, quiet pitter-patter of rain today. That was kind of nice. It was a wonderful day to go inside, watch a movie, read a good book, do those indoor chores that you've been putting off. Today was the perfect day for that because we did have plenty of cloud cover and we had those off and on showers throughout the day. But once again, the heaviest rains were over the central part of the state. Most of us saw just a smattering of rain along the coastline. It wasn't terribly heavy along the coastline. And as you can see right now, most of our area has pretty well dried up, but we have more rain forming out in the Gulf of Mexico, and it's all moving in our direction. We're getting partly cloudy skies to mostly cloudy weather right here across our area, with some of these rain showers really on the decline right now. Certainly you can see the heavier showers that had taken place around 5, 6 o'clock tonight, and now things have really quieted down with just some isolated showers taking place. And rainfall amounts were not as great today as they were yesterday, but we did see those heavier showers taking place over the central part of the state. The sad part is that there were a lot of places that didn't get any rain whatsoever, but don't worry, because your chance is coming for later on this week. We are going to see some more showers developing. So we did get pockets of heavy rains along the coastline today, and then in the interior, that's where we saw some of those rain showers, 1 to 3 inches of rainfall in spots across central Florida. But we've got more of this tropical system developing out in the Gulf of Mexico, and that's just helping to stream in all of this moisture that's coming on in over the next couple of days. And we're talking a 50 to 70% chance of rain. We've got low pressure out here in the Gulf, and that's just helping to spew all of this tropical moisture in our direction. We've got a cold front that's coming down from the north. It's going to stall out to the north of us, but it is helping to bring about all of this moisture as well. So this is all great news for us in the upcoming days. 84 degrees was our daytime high because of the fact that we saw all of that cloud cover sitting on top of us. Normally we're at 88 and 71 degrees, but it was warm overnight also because of the cloud cover. 75 was the overnight low, and we're still looking at temperatures in the 70s and 80s all across our viewing area right now, with the airport reporting 78 degrees under fair skies and calm winds at this point. If you are heading off to the beach tomorrow, it's going to be one of those cloudy, partly cloudy days. Winds will be coming in out of the south, seas 1 to 2 feet. A light chop out on the bay. We're looking at a Gulf water temperature of 87 degrees. The air temperature, because of the clouds, could be around 85 for the daytime high. Mostly cloudy skies for tonight. Some isolated showers, 75 degrees for the overnight low. And this is what it looks like over the next several days. We're looking at a 50 to 70% chance of rain all the way through Wednesday, with those temperatures staying mostly in the mid to upper 80s. Adam?
Thank you, Wendy. Game 2 of the NBA Finals coming up in sports.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received J.D. Power Awards for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Watch ABC7 wherever you are. Just search ABC7 on your streaming device to keep up with the Suncoast from the comfort of your couch. Download ABC7 now to watch us on TV anytime you want. ABC7, we're here for you wherever you are.
Now, sports.
Game 2 of the NBA Finals on ABC tonight at Oracle Arena in Oakland. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr back on the sidelines, and he gets a standing ovation from the home crowd. He has missed 12 of the team's 13 playoff games following some complications from back surgery. Cleveland turned the ball over 20 times in Game 1, and in the first quarter, Warriors forcing another one. KD and Steph Curry on the fast break. Too much for LeBron James. That's an easy bucket for the Warriors. Moments later, Kyrie Irving blocked by Kevin Durant. Durant gets the ball going the other way, and he is going to pull up for a three-point attempt. Good. Durant clearly not cooling off after 2 days since Game 1. Before the half, Cavs able to get within 5, and Kyrie Irving gets them within 3 with that floater at the buzzer, but the Cavs toppled in the second half. They get rolled for a second straight game, losing by 19 tonight. Warriors set an NBA record with their 14th straight playoff win. The Rays in Seattle for their third game against the Mariners today, down 2-0 in the fourth. Mike Zunino staying hot with a bases-loaded single. That scores one. It's Zunino's 8th RBI in 2 days against the Rays. Now, 2 innings later, it's Jarrod Dyson who doubles off the rookie Austin Pruitt. That's going to score 2 more runs for the Mariners, and they are now up by 6 runs in this game. So the Rays would still be scoreless all the way into the 8th inning of this game. Daniel Robertson coming to the plate. He skies a fly ball to center, and that's where the Rays get a little bit of help from Mother Nature. Dyson losing that in the sun. It hits off his shoulder, and Robertson able to go into third with a very unconventional triple. He ends up scoring Tampa Bay's only run that inning, and the Mariners complete the 3-game sweep. The Rays will return home in 2 days to take on the White Sox. The Predators finally won their first ever Stanley Cup final game last night in Nashville, beating Pittsburgh 5-1 in Game 3. After the game, Nashville's PK Subban getting into the face of Pittsburgh's Sidney Crosby. The two would have to be separated before it could go much further, and it's a somewhat odd exchange that even Crosby struggled to explain to reporters today.
To be honest, guys, I haven't seen him much. I haven't seen PK much. We haven't been in the zone probably enough, but I don't feel like every time I'm out there, PK's out there. So, you guys will probably watch closer than I do, but that's the way it feels.
That moment adding insult to injury for Crosby, who was unable to generate a single shot on goal for the first time in his 143 career playoff games. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make 1 monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills, wow, stop stains, and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
How long have we been married, dear?
For 76 years.
He was kind and generous to me before we married, and he was kind and generous to me all these years. We decided on Meals on Wheels because I was getting to the point where I couldn't do all the things that I had been able to do. We're the Spans. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
Thanks to an alert citizen, a kitten is now safe and sound tonight in Cocoa, Florida. The sounds of meows coming from a storm drain that led to this rescue caught on a police officer's body camera. The officers opened up a storm drain after a small kitten appeared to have gotten trapped, and luckily they were able to get that cat out safely, and it was returned to its owner.
Those are good stories.
That's
a good story.
That's your classic stereotypical cat, maybe not stuck in a tree, but stuck in a storm drain.
Yeah, they seem to have that happen quite a bit.
Yeah. Cats, pull it together a little bit for us. Those storm drains, though, getting some use now. Huh? We're in that wet season.
Oh, my goodness. We are finally starting to see some good rains. We'll see more of them this week, so enjoy it.
All right.